Scene Snobs Reviews! That's right. We've got two movies to review for you today, and first one is going to be Now, Ladies and Gentlemen. I don't know if you know this, but Old Dad, I almost called him Old Dads is a movie that came out roughly a month ago, maybe. Yeah, it came out about a month ago. It was directed by Bill Burr, starring Bill Burr. Woodbine's in it. There's a ton of this movie, and it's about an older generation of dads, guys who were, you probably call them Gen X at this point. I think that's kind of how everybody's dividing. They're definitely not millennials, and they have an old school way of thinking, but now they're dads to younger kids living in a world where we're raising our kids differently, and their attitude towards life is jaded a bit by that because they don't want to succumb to all of those things, but they're finding that in today's world, it's the way it works. This is a movie that is right in Bill Burr's wheelhouse in terms of if it was written by someone else. Now, I don't know who wrote this one or if he had a say in the writing of it. I will say that as a director of it, I think he did fine. It's a good movie. It's a little long. Bobby Cavanaugh's character is a little weird. You know, he's kind of all over the place at times. So I guess he was the writer, and Ben Tischler wrote it with him. It's one of those movies that, yeah, I can definitely see Bill Burr has written. It's his first movie I think he's written. If I'm, or at least his first feature that I know of that he kind of went in and wrote. But I'm not, and then he went out and directed it as well. So there's a lot to it. He's a great comedy writer. There's a lot of funny jokes in it. There's some fun acting, fun story to it and things like that. But it runs too long. The jokes can wear a little bit thin. It takes you on, like, it's called Old Dads, but we're not always dealing with the dad part of life. And I think that detracting from that and going to, when they have to try and save their business and all this other stuff comes up and it's just kind of gets a little crazy. It took away from that. I wanted more like the same tone that they were going with this, but more closely attached to something like Parent Trap or something like that, where it is more about the parenting, because it seems that's what we're focused, not these guys who are tired and scared of getting old. I'm sorry, but in your 50s, you're long past your time to be scared of, being a dad or dealing with like things in that life, in that realm. So that's just my feelings on it. It was an okay movie, very middle of the road. My rating for this is 2.5 out of 5 stars. Like I said, middle of the road. I think you can get some good laughs out of it. It's a bit long. It is definitely a first-time director stepping in Bill Burr, but I would like to see more from him. I think he can really polish it and become really good because he's a good writer, and he wrote a lot for His Family and things like that. So he can tell jokes and he can do it in a good set time. I just feel like because this is his first project he was directing, he probably put a lot more into it. There should have been a little more on the trimming of the floor. But next up, as you heard Paul talk about earlier on the podcast, or if you're watching this as a clip, The Creator. This movie, I sat down. I've been wanting to watch it. I didn't have a chance to watch it in theaters, and I'm kicking myself for that fact. I got to watch on a really nice TV with a nice sound system, and it was phenomenal. Every aspect of this movie. It is a very simple story. An ex-soldier who was tied to this rebellion of humans against AI, was, lost everything in one fateful night. And now he's just years later, he's just kind of picking up the pieces, doing his thing. He gets roped back in to go and try and find something and find out that his ex-wife's still alive. And his whole thing was go in there, get it. And he has to find this weapon that the AI have that's the most powerful weapon and can destroy everything. And it's a little girl. And he vows to protect the little girl AI, and it is phenomenal what happens through it. The visual effects are better than anything that has come out this year and probably the last few years. I don't know how you get The Flash. I don't know how you get the Marvels. I don't know how you get a lot of these movies where you have a lot of issues with CGI and special effects, and you can do this on an $80 million budget. You can't do it on a $3 million budget. It's disgusting and disturbing. The fact that this is an independent film, Gareth Edwards, of course, directed it. It was fantastically done. He is a fantastic director. It is the pinnacle of science fiction. And it is, I think, if I'm not mistaken, my first 5 out of 5 film. 5 out of 5 mics. I absolutely love this film. The story is good. It kept me involved the whole time. It's an original tale that's just something different, and I really enjoyed the acting in it. Like I said, the visual effects, cinematography were great. The direction stands out. The just the landscapes that they create in this world is just brilliant, breathtaking. I loved every absolute minute of The Creator. If you haven't seen it, go check out The Creator. It's a 5 out of 5, best picture of the year for me so far. But yeah, that's where I'm at. And it's only 2 hours and 15 minutes. For a lot of these movies that we're getting to like 3 hours or so, it's 2 hours and 15 minutes that didn't feel like 2 hours and 50. I really enjoyed it. That's my reviews, the Scene Snob reviews this week. I did Old Dads and I did The Creator. Let me know what you guys think in the comments, or head over to our Discord, head over to our our Facebook page, our Snob Nation Facebook page. Join up there, check it out. Let us know what you think. But let's get into it. I always do a mixed movie pick at the end of every episode. That says 2009. It's actually today's episode is from 19. That is a great. And I went with the movie Thunder Road. That is right. Thunder Road is actually based on a true story. It's about a moonshiner. Luke, who is played by Robert Mitchum in it. It's the family business, the moonshine running. He is great at it. And the pressure is starting to mount because gangsters are starting to pressure moonshiners to make more money, make more runs in dangerous world. And the federal government is trying to shut it down at all costs. So he feels the pressure from both sides, and he doesn't know if his life is going to hang in the balance with this risky lifestyle. It is a fantastic film from 1958. If you haven't checked it out, you definitely should. It has one of the greatest endings for a hero character, for or should I just say protagonist character, that I feel like really stands out and makes this movie even more memorable. So if you haven't seen it, I'd love for you guys to check it out. Guys, I'm going to announce something real quick. December 22nd. Sturdy and I are teaming up again. We're going to do another Casters for a Cause charity script read. We're going to do National Lampoon's Christmas Vacation this time. We're very excited to do it. It's for All for Lunch again. They're helping to try and eradicate school lunch debt for kids. We cannot wait for you to be a part of it. I figured I'd soft announce it here, but if you guys are interested, go check that out. We'll let you know in coming episodes and on the channel and social media where you can donate, what you can do, the whole 9 yards. Guys, thank you again so much for joining in tonight. I'm Mick Manhattan from the Scene Snobs. If you like the shirt or you want to check out other fun TV and movie themed shirts and stuff like that, we got stuff for Star Trek, which has a new episode out. War Factor Fiction, episode 16. We go over our Star Trek gift guide for 2023. That's out now. You can check that out everywhere. But we have Star Trek stuff that we made, inspired stuff, other movie stuff. Go to snobsmerch.com. Check it out. Use promo code SNOBS for 10% off your order. And go pick up some stuff. We've got some real cool stuff there. I will, guys, until next week, thank you, StubHub, for our sponsors of this show. If you guys are looking for venue tickets, we just got some AJR tickets for next year. Totally stoked to go to it. Really excited. So we've got that on StubHub. StubHub I've never had an issue with. We got our Taylor Swift tickets on there. I get my sports tickets on there. I'm looking to get some Broadway tickets on there because I want to go see the Back to the Future show. So go check out StubHub. Link is down below. Thank you again to our guest, Jesse Green. Thank you to producer Paul for joining in, even though he didn't really get to say much, but I can't wait to talk to him again. Next week, guys, we're going to be talking about our holiday gift guide for geeks. Make sure you join in for that. I might have Paul and maybe a few other people on. But we got a really fun week of stuff. We got new shows coming out and more. So go check out Does It Suck? Go check out Snobs Film History and everything else in between. Until next time, I'm Mick Manhattan from the Scene Snobs. Remember to be kind, stay classy, and take care of yourselves because that's important. And until next time, take care.